Tell Me a Story About Your Shoes by Lani Peterson. One Thursday morning at the Women's Lunch Place, a soup kitchen or community center to support homeless women in downtown Boston, I was given this gift of a story in response to the opening prompt, "Tell me about your shoes." I pass this story along now in honor of the woman who shared it. You see these beautiful white sneakers? I didn't always have them. My last pair of shoes was pretty sad. After many winters of walking through snow and slush, I was holding them together with cardboard and masking tape, so I decided to go to the mall to get a new pair. I was walking through the mall. I knew everyone was looking at me, but while walking, I got bumped to a guy. I can't look away from his tall, handsome looking, and smells good. Then he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine. Sorry for bumping to you," with hesitating to talk to him, and we both left feeling embarrassed. I remembered there's a Payless shoe store there that often has sneakers I can afford. Walking down the aisles, I saw a really nice pair of white sneakers. There was only this one pair in my size left. I put them on and could not believe how good they felt. I walked all around the store in them, thinking how nice it would be if they were mine. I knew I didn't have the money to get them that day, but I also knew that if I waited, they'd be gone. I brought them up to the front of the store and asked the guy behind the counter if he would hold them for me. He said it was against store policy. I promised him I would come back as soon as I could to buy them, but he just kept shaking his head and saying no, he could not. I put my masking tape sneakers back on and left the mall as fast as I could. In the second time, I bumped again to the same guy I bumped into earlier. He even saw my disappointed face. He's shocked that why am I running away. He said, "Is there a problem?" I said, "I'm fine, thank you. If you happen to remember how I bumped into you earlier, I deeply apologize." A lot of people looking on us. I slowly blushed as I said that sentence. I didn't know it would come out that seriously. I started regretting going to that shoe store. He said, "Oh yeah, you're same girl who bumped to me earlier." I was surprised, not about him remembering me, but about the white sneakers that I had wanted to buy. And I ran as fast as I can away from him. I slowly started tearing up. I tried my hardest holding it back, but I could not. So I left and said goodbye while crying along the way home. For the next 2 weeks, I scraped by until I had enough money, hoping to go back for my shoes that it is still there. Funny how I kept calling them mine, as if somehow I could protect them from going home with anyone else, not like happened 2 weeks before, and hope the shoes I want is still in that shop. The day I had enough money, I ran all the way to the mall and ignored all those people staring at my masking tape shoes. I went to the shelf where I left them, with my eyes half shut, afraid to look. Sure enough, they were gone. I looked at every pair of shoes in the aisles that had my size, but there were no shoes left like them. They were gone. I stared for the door. I was not ready to try on anything else that day. I just felt too worn down to look anymore. That's when the manager yelled at me. I started to walk faster to get away, but he ran after me, still yelling, "I have your shoes." It took me few times of hearing it to get what he meant. "I have your shoes." Okay, I said. I got the money now to pay for them. No, he said. They've been paid for. That's why I got them. They're all yours. A guy came to my store earlier and gave this pair of shoes to me, and he told to me to give this pair of shoes to you when you come back again in my store. Who is it? He didn't tell his name, but he left a letter with a pair of shoes. Dear stranger, I didn't thought that you will bump into me second time, but it happened. That time, I was shy to give to you the nice pair of shoes. And it's a funny story. How did I knew that this was the pair of shoes you like? And also, I know you're wondering right now while reading this, like, how did you know I like these shoes? Well, when I saw you, I felt pity on you getting stared by people because of your masking tape sneakers after you leave in front of me. I tried following you until you got into a Payless shoe store. I observed you while looking in the shoes and I thought you're finding a new pair of shoes, and I am right. After you left the shop, I immediately bought the shoes you would like to buy that time. And after I bought it, I tried finding you in the mall. I looked everything, but I saw nothing. Then I keep trying to find you every day and hoping you will come back, and I'm lucky. I saw you once again. So I go straight to the shop, left the pair of shoes and this letter to the manager, and told to the manager, give this pair of shoes and this letter when the girl wearing a masking tape sneakers come back in the store. And sorry if I can't say my name, but I hope you have a great day. I can't tell you fully what went on my head while reading this letter. I only remember leaving my old shoes in the trash bin and walking out into the mall wearing my new white sneakers with money still in my pocket. I took my time living that day. As I walked past each stranger, I looked them in the eye and smiled. I felt so good. It was not that I thought that they were looking at me differently because of my new sneakers. It was more that I was seeing them differently. I used to think no one was on my side. But that day, I knew that any person I walked by, they all have a good heart to help the people in need. Whatever what is the guy's name, I wanted him to know I was saying thank you.